What's up, YouTube world? It's Peanut with a handy little tip. I've seen a lot of people cut shotgun barrels down on YouTube, and I've never seen anybody do it the way I do it. It's an old trick my dad taught me for cutting exhaust pipe, for cutting it straight, and it works on a shotgun barrel too. Now I had already cut this one, and I'll put the video at the end of the video. I'll put the clip at the end of the video. But you just need a hose clamp. And basically the idea of it is you get your barrel, you put your hose clamp on, and that gives you a nice little straight edge, all but the very end. But you cut that far in to where you get to that thicker part of the hose clamp, you're pretty much all the way through. You get that far, you can take the clamp off and finish it out, and you got a straight cut. If you cut real crooked and you got a real twist, you can actually cut into your hose clamp. But if you're careful and you go slow, you can follow that clamp all the way down and you can get a really good straight cut out of it. I've done it in a video, and this is the barrel I cut. I don't have my square's not real handy, but that just needs a little bit of filing. That's pretty square. And all I did is you just put a hose clamp on it. It would probably even work with a vent rib. You could put, this crimp part down where the vent rib would be, same way, and then cut through the barrel. And then once you get through the barrel, you could cut through the vent rib. The vent rib's not quite as important as having the barrel straight. But that needs a little bit of filing. I'd go around the outside real lightly with some sandpaper. The inside I would use a rat tail file, and the outside just a flat file. Clean it up. But I'll roll that other clip of me cutting it. Just a little tip. I haven't seen anybody use that. They just lay into it with a grinder or a cutting wheel or a hacksaw and just cut it off, which is fine. But I think my idea works pretty good. Who doesn't have a hose clamp laying around? I'll roll that footage, and thanks for watching. Add, because we're talking about cutting down shotgun barrels, the federal minimum length is 18 inches for a barrel, and I think the overall length for a shotgun is, I'm not going to say, I can't remember. You have to do that on your own research. But since we're talking about barrels, the minimum length is 18 inches, and I wouldn't cut at 18 inches. That includes a chamber. So with the bolt closed, you can measure down your barrel. You need 18 inches to be not go to jail. So I would cut it 19 inches, or 19 to 20, just to be safe. You don't want to cut at 18 and have it actually a little bit crooked and have one part of it 17 and 7/8. That would probably land your ass in jail. But do your own research. Do it right. I wouldn't cut at 18 inches. That's the very minimum. I would go, an inch more, so you got a buffer. But I'm just giving you some advice on how to cut it, not where to cut it. That's all up on you. Stay safe out there. And again, always thanks for watching. The junk barrel, I'm going to cut it down just to show you one of the best ways to cut a barrel down. This is an old scrap barrel. If I can get it in my clamp. I'm not going to hurt this barrel because it's junk. I see a lot of people cutting barrels down, but you put a hose clamp around it. And that gives you a nice little guideline. See if I can move my camera and still work here. Now this hose clamp just has a finger tight, a finger tab, but I put a little oil on mine. It might be a little low on oil. And that hose clamp will be your guide. Tighten it up just a little bit. Okay, so that cut pretty square, other than the very end. Should cut into my hose clamp a little bit. But, ouch. That'll leave you with a pretty square cut. Just needs a little bit of filing. That's one way to get a nice straighter cut. I cut down into my hose clamp, you see. I should have cut only down to there and then stopped. Took the hose clamp off and then just cut the rest of the way, but you get the idea. The hose clamp makes a nice little straight line. Works on exhaust pipe too if you got a cut exhaust pipe. Thanks for watching.